Hello guys, and today I'm going to teach you guys two ways to solve a quadratic equation. First off, we're going to move the negative 24 to the left side so it becomes a positive. Now then, we have this equation. Now we have to find two numbers that adds up to 10 and multiply up to 24, 4 and 6. So now let's put it into the brackets. Now then, as we know, these two brackets are multiplying up together. So we can just have one bracket that adds up to 0. Then no matter what is the other brackets, the sum is, it will always be 0. So in this case, there's only two solutions, which that x is equal to -4 and x is equal to -6. We can substitute back in to check the solutions. When we substitute in -4, we get -4 plus 4. No matter what is the sum is, let's just say that the sum is b. This adds up equal to 0. 0 multiplied by b, right? It's equal to 0. The same thing happens to -6. We plugged it in, we got 0. Let's say this f times 0 is also the 0. Therefore, your only two solutions would be x is equal to -4 and x is equal to -6. In order to use the quadratic formula, we have to rearrange our equation to be the form of a general form. A general form looks like this. This is a general form. So let's rearrange this so it becomes x squared plus 10x plus 24 equals to 0. So this is the general form, and according to ABC up here, these indicate the number. So at the front, there's no number, so A is just going to be a 1 right here. And for the second one, bx and 10x, so b will be 10. And for the third one, c will be positive 24. And now let's introduce the formula, and there we have it. This is the equation. X is equal to -b positive or minus times the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now let's substitute the numbers in. Remember guys, when we are substituting it, we must put a bracket just for safety. And now let's simplify this equation. And then we see a perfect square, which is 2 right here. And now we got two answers. First answer will be x is equal to -10 plus 2 divided by 2. And the second answer would be -10 minus 2 divided by 2. Therefore, the first answer will be -4. And the second one will be -6. And you can see that these two answers relates to each other. And therefore, this is how you can use factorizing or the quadratic formula to solve the equation and get the answer.
So before we say the next method, the completing the square method, the board in front of you is just to show an overview of what we have just learned. Personally, I don't like using completing the square because it is not that straightforward compared to the quadratic equation and the factorization method. So let's take a look.
Once again, we can solve it with another method, which is completing the square. As we stated before, it's CTS right here. So completing the square, we're going to do it again. So x squared plus 10x equals to -24. And remember the formula we used, which is 10 divided by 2 squared. So we get 25 in this case because of 5 squared. So x squared plus 10x plus 25, and then we also have to add on to the other side as well to make it balance. And then what we do here, now we got our perfect square equation right here. So the thing that we just divide, 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5, and this is what we're going to write in here. X plus 5 squared equal 1. And when you expand this, you will automatically get this equation. So now we're going to square root both sides. So we got x plus 5 equal to positive minus of square root of 1. X plus 5 equal to positive -1. Move it to the other side. -5 plus or minus 1. And therefore, we get the two answers again, that x is equal to -4 or -6. And that's how you do it with completing the square. And I hope that you have learned something today. So I guess, let's see you guys next time. Bye guys.